Hello, hello! My name is Callista, and welcome back to Dragon Age Inquisition. In the last episode, we were speaking with Sarah. Yeah, it was just a full episode of Sarah conversations yesterday. Oh, I like this one. This is one of my favourites. Yeah, Sarah exhausts me, I'm not gonna lie. Sarah tires me out. Let's go. Let's talk to someone a lot more pleasant. Hello, friendo.
He was the boy who was supposed to die. He named himself after the horse.
That is a film. I think I'm gonna put the title right down here. Okay, yeah, tell me about your past.
I'd like to talk about what happened to you before we met.
Before you, Rhys was my friend. He showed me I was wrong to kill the mages. I thought I was helping them. Then he and Evangeline went to Adamant, and I went with them. I was worried Evangeline would hurt Rhys. We found out dangerous things. It scared Seeker Lambert, and he scared the mages. It started the rebellion. Seeker Lambert told me what I was. Rhys couldn't look at me. I ran until I found more Templars. That's all.
Yes, this is all the events of one of the books. I can't remember the title off the top of my head. I think it's The White Spire? Okay. The title of the book is going to be in the bottom corner. Yeah, so if you don't remember, or if you don't know, Rhys is Wynne's son. Wynne had a child that... Here's the thing. She claims the child was taken from her and it was sent to another circle. The father of the child, who was a Templar, claims that Wynne... So the father of Rhys is Gregor. Gregor wanted to run away with Wynne and basically live as apostates. And Wynne's response was to go to the current head Templar of the... Callan Circle? I can't remember what it's called, but the Circle Tower in Ferelden, and basically said, listen, one of your Templars wants to run away with me, I'm having his kid, can you take the baby away as soon as it's born? Because I'm not interested in being a mother, I want to focus on my career. Gregor was sent to Denerim, so that he wouldn't be present for the birth of his son, and Rhys was sent away. However, in later years, basically Wynne kind of realised, I could have kept the kid around for a bit, and that wouldn't have hurt my chances at being made senior enchanter. She came to regret her actions. However, rather than admitting I was kind of a shitty person, I put my career first. Instead, Wynne made up this story about how, the circle came and they stole him from my arms, and I was too weak from the birthing process. And there's such a good letter in one of the Worlds of Thedas books of Gregor basically saying, excuse you, no, that isn't what happened. If you feel guilty, then all right, but you will not say that the circle stole him. You gave him up. Do not diminish your role in this, because I never got the chance to hold him. I never got the chance to see him. Fuck you. And I'm just like, Gregor has the right to feel angry. He was denied access to his kid. I feel really badly for Gregor in that instance. Let's go around.
What can you tell me about Adamant Fortress?
It is old, full of sadness and pain. It should be torn down. The veil is thin. We found a demon there. It had touched a man and made him real again. It scared Rhys and Evangeline. The man wasn't supposed to be real. Then the demon found us. It put me back in the cupboard on the bad day. Rhys and Evangeline saved me.
Oh, I love that line. It put me back in the cupboard on the bad day. And the thing about, it made him real. You may, if you're watching this blind, you're probably thinking, what the hell does any of this mean? I'm not going to post spoilers, because this is stuff that is going to be revealed over the course of the game. But it is so interesting. It is so interesting.
You said Seeker Lambert told you what you were.
I'm hiding Rhys from him. But he chants words and sees. I won't let you hurt Reese. My nose explodes, a shower of blood. Just another parasite that's wormed its way into our world, feeding off all the things you can't have. What we found at Adamant made him angry. We were the first rock rolling at the top of a mountain. He had to stop us. He killed so many. He didn't care. Cold, corrupt. So I came and killed him.
If you hated Seeker Lambert, why go to the Seeker Fortress?
Because he was right. I was a demon. I saw demons at Adamant. They put people in the dark, in the old hurts. I didn't want to be that. I heard the old songs of the Templars at Val Royeaux and followed them. If I forgot, fought, fell to felling, Templars would kill the demon. I wouldn't hurt anyone again.
I love how we've gone from a character who refuses to take any responsibility for their actions to a character who takes full responsibility for their actions and ensures to make sure that they and the people around them are safe.
What was the Spire like when the Mage Rebellion started?
Dead and dying, begging and bloody. Some wanted freedom, some peace, some war. Some wanted it all to stop. Evangeline was a Templar. But she helped Reese help the others. She set them free. Adrian was a mage. But she killed mages to force the fight. She wanted blood. Reese just wanted to help. To stop people hurting. Maybe that's why he saw me.
Compassion can recognize compassion.
What can you tell me about Reese?
He was a mage. He saw me when most couldn't. And he remembered. He helped me, and I watched over him. I worried Evangeline would hurt him. She was a Templar, but she didn't like hurting people. When I left, she stayed. Now she watches over him. They should have been with the rebels. Maybe they ran away together instead. Neither of them like killing.
Well, I have resources. I could find them.
If you like, I could use the resources of the Inquisition to locate your friend.
No. If they are alive and safe, they should stay away. The last time he saw me, he didn't want to look at me. He saw a monster. Let him forget.
What did you mean when you said you killed mages?
Some of the mages at the Spire wanted to die. Too sad, too scared, too much. I didn't know what I was. A ghost, I thought. Fading in the fade. When I came to them, they could see me. I used the knife to set them free. When Reese found out, he made me stop, made me understand. There were other ways to help. I didn't know.
I think this is reinforcing Aenor's belief that she made the right decision during that very first cutscene with Cowl, where he was like, oh, there's a man and he's dying. I should help him. I should kill him. She's like, literally, he just said, there were other ways to help and I didn't know. He hasn't learned. He's still like, the only way to help is by killing people. Like Aenor pointed out at the time, there is stuff that the healers could try. He might get better. You're not psychic. You can't predict the future. He's dying right now, but he might not be in an hour. You made a mistake. You're a murderer. You set them free. No. I mean, he is a murderer, but he said that... Here's the thing, just because someone is very scared or very sad doesn't mean that, like, oh, well, you spend most of your time being sad, let me kill you to put you out of your misery. Like, what? No. Excuse you? There's no indication that those mages wanted to die. He said he didn't know what he was, that he thought he was a ghost. He thought he was helping. It was the only way he could see. Now that he does see, as long as he doesn't do it again, like that was a mistake. If you keep fucking up, that's an on purpose.
It sounds like you didn't know what you were doing.
No, I killed people. I knew. I just thought I had to. They were hurting, helpless, haunted. It was all I could do. It was wrong. I was wrong. If I start again, you or Cassandra or Cullen need to kill me.
And Aenor would agree to that. If Cole starts hurting people, then he's got to be put down.
I'll talk to you later.
Probably.
He's a spirit of compassion. It'd be too dangerous to just leave him be if he's hurting people.
It wasn't from a flower. He wrote it in the snow.
Rosebud. Let's discuss the Templars.
I'd like to talk with you about Templars.
They're heavy with forgotten songs, like Varric. Some of them are too loud. It's hard to stay near them. Cullen is softer, but demons asked questions that hurt him. Evangeline was kinder. I want to explain, but Reese's mother spoke to spirits, but not to him. Then she died for a Templar he loved. Words just bounce off the edges.
What's your general opinion of Templars?
Some like hurting mages. It makes them happy, or less afraid, or dreams again. Woke up shaking, stalking the ground for one who looks like her. Always some rule being broken. But not all Templars listen when whispers crawl around inside them. They try to protect people, like Cullen. The good ones remember that mages are people.
Not every Templar is bad just because of the armor they wear. Templars are people, just like mages are people. Everyone is an individual. You can't just paint everyone with the same brush.
Can you tell me more about how the Templars feel to you?
They feel older than they look. They've been changed, and their bodies are incomplete now. The lyrium helps, but their bodies always want to connect to something older, bigger than they are. That's why they block magic. They reach for that other thing, and magic has no room to come in. Like when I listen to Varric.
I love that. Because they take lyrium, and lyrium comes from where the dwarves come from, shall we say. So Templars and dwarves sound alike to Cole. I like that. I like that little detail.
Can you tell me more about how the Red Templars are different?
The red lyrium is different, darker. Daggers under the skin. It eats you inside until you're nothing. They hear a different song. The song behind the door old whispers want opened. They are dead and dark and done.
I'll talk to you later.
How do you know?
Because I love you, Cole.
He is quiet behind the noise. The little bottle makes him shake, but he tests the chains.
I think that's talking about Cullen. Yeah, I think that's Cullen, and Cole is talking about how he's trying to give up lyrium. Let's discuss the Inquisition, and then that'll be it for talking with Cole.
I'd like to talk with you about the Inquisition.
I don't understand it. People talk like it's a person, but it's not even a thing. A dagger can be a way to let pain out, but even if it isn't, it's still a dagger. The Inquisition isn't real unless it has something real to make it. It's like a spirit.
Okay.
I'll talk to you later.
How do you know?
I just told you, Cole, I love you. You are my adopted son. I will protect you forever and ever. I love Cole so damn much. Okay, we need to head this way to Cullen. Yeah, be careful, people. Don't step too far. It's a long drop. Now then, Cullen. How are you doing?
Gloat all you like. I have this one.
Are you sassing me, Commander? I didn't know you had it in you.
Why do I even... Inquisitor.
Leaving, are you? Does this mean I win?
So if you don't have Dorian, my brain was like, equipped! No. If you haven't recruited Dorian, it's Liliana Cullen is playing chess against. And as Cullen stands up, Liliana's like, if you leave the chair, I will assume you cede. And it's so harsh and forceful. It's so funny. I didn't mean to interrupt. Having fun. It's just a game. Yeah, I'm sorry for interrupting.
Please, don't stop on my account.
All right. Your move.
You need to come to terms with my inevitable victory. You'll feel much better.
Really? Because I just won. And I feel fine.
Don't get smug. There will be no living with you.
I should return to my duties as well. Unless you would care for a game.
No thank you, you're on. Well, assuming Aenor knows the game.
Prepare the board, Commander.
As a child, I played this with my sister. She would get this stuck-up grin whenever she won, which was all the time. My brother and I practiced together for weeks. Oh, the look on her face the day I finally won. Between serving the Templars and the Inquisition, I haven't seen them in years. I wonder if she still plays.
Yeah. Tell me about your family.
You have siblings.
2 sisters and a brother.
Where are they now?
They moved to South Reach after the Blight. I do not write to them as often as I should. Oh, it's my turn.
So we can cheat, we can let him win, or we can play fair. So I'm gonna assume that maybe one of her mother's cousins taught her this. I'm not saying that I couldn't see the Dalish not playing this or not knowing how, but like they'd be so busy, you know, like repairing Aravels and, you know, making sure they have enough food, hunting, being on the lookout for humans. I just don't feel like they'd have enough time to be teaching each other how to play chess. But, you know, Aenor, she liked to go to the city. And I said before, I could see her maternal grandfather teaching her how to play card games. Basically like, my granddaughter, come, let me teach you how to gamble. Like, I could 100% see her grandfather doing that, you know, taking her to bars. She's like 10. And he's just like, yeah, deal her in. Come on, kids. It's never too early to learn. So, you know, maybe her grandfather taught her a bunch of games. Not just card games, but like, you know, chess and backgammon, all that gubbins. And she'd play fair.
All right, let's see what you've got.
This may be the longest we've gone without discussing the Inquisition, or related matters. To be honest, I appreciate the distraction.
We should do this more often. No. There's no need for formality. Me too. We're focused. Yeah, Aenor, she is desperately trying to hold on to aspects of herself. Like, if you just want to call her Lavellan, Cullen, like you can, there's really no need to be so formal all the time.
We've been through enough to drop the formalities and simply talk.
I suppose we have. I believe this one is yours. Well played.
Hey, nice. Friendship! To be fair, most of the time, I either have my Inquisitor, my Dalish and my Dwarf play fair. My Trevelyan lets him win, because, you know, she's trying to flirt with him. My Adar, my Kunari, she cheats, but that's because she doesn't know the rules. She's like, I don't know how to play this game, so, Just, this goes there, and I don't know what I'm doing. Oops, excuse me?
Inquisitor?
Hello. Yes, tell me more about Samson.
You and the Red Templar's leader seem to have personal history.
When I arrived in Kirkwall, Samson and I shared quarters. He seemed a decent man at first. Knight Commander Meredith later expelled Samson for erratic behavior. He ended up begging on Kirkwall streets. He committed further crimes, but managed to evade the Order's justice. Now Samson serves Corypheus as his loyal general.
Why do you think Samson joined Corypheus?
He had a chronic lyrium addiction. He spent every last coin buying it from local smugglers. Perhaps Corypheus flattered his vanity, gave him purpose as well as lyrium. Perhaps that's all it took.
I almost pity Samson. Samson's gone up in the world. Don't let Samson distract you. I'm drawn to this. He was a lyrium addict that got kicked out of the Order. He was homeless and begging, and then here comes this person being like, oh yeah, I can give you all the drugs you want. Yeah, you're going to be the big man on campus now. And Samson just fell for it, hook, line, and sinker. It's a very sad story.
It sounds like Samson had a miserable life.
The Order expelled him, but he had choices. He could have found another path. I don't understand how he became so powerful. Even with red lyrium, Samson's glory days are long behind him.
Here's the thing, what other path? The Templars are the only ones who have access to lyrium. And, like, yes, he could have tried to go cold turkey, but, like, you're doing that, Cullen. You see how difficult it is. Like, most lyrium addicts, when they try and stop, they die. Like, it kills them. So, what other choices did he have, really?
Inquisitor?
No, are you with anyone? No, Aenor isn't interested in that. Anything going on?
Is there anything I should know?
I'd gotten used to mages disliking me on principle. Vivienne's views on Templars are surprisingly traditional.
Indeed.
What do you think of the people you work with?
Who do you mean?
Okay, we've asked these. Let's see how the soldiers are doing.
Are you satisfied with the Inquisition's forces?
Our soldiers are well disciplined and committed to the cause. Templars and mages are not used to seeing each other as allies, but they are working together well enough thus far.
Okay, good stuff. Excellent.
I should let you get back to work.
Okay, oh, hell, there was something to read here, though. A letter. Dear Mia, I'm still alive, your loving brother Cullen. Honestly, is it so difficult? We thought you were dead. Again. If the Inquisition was not on everyone's lips, we would never have heard that their fine commander survived Haven. We've been hearing strange things about the We've been hearing strange things about the Templars lately. Again, I apologize for the tongue fumbles. It's so hot. It is so hot. I am not sorry you left them. I thought your resignation was implied when you joined the Inquisition, but you meant something more, didn't you? It's a fool's errand asking you to stay safe, but please try. Your loving sister, see how easy this is? Mia. Hey, nice. Mia sounds so feisty. I like her. Okay, let's see. Next up on my list, Blackwall. Whee! Oh. My heart always lurches into my stomach when I do that, but I like doing it. It's funny.
It was an archdemon, they say.
It wasn't. Diseased, maybe.
You didn't see it. It had coloured fire.
My father saw the last archdemon. You don't know anything.
Let's not argue, people. Maeve!
Thank you for saving my life, and giving us a chance to help. I'm mostly studying now, but Helisma can talk to you.
What? I'm not gonna lie, I've never found Maeve in Skyhold before. I have never seen Maeve after the destruction of Haven. That's why I thought that she must have gone off and joined you-know-whose army. I'm so sorry about that, Maeve. I'm so sorry for saying that you were going to go off and join with the main villain of Dragon Age 4. I'm so sorry. You keep doing you, chicken. You do you. Also, I'm not gonna lie, I am keeping my eye out for someone in particular. I'm not gonna say who, but you'll know him when you see him.
Something on your mind?
Yeah, our warden's being corrupted. Hawk was talking about this.
Varric's friend Hawk said there were suspicions of corruption in Grey Warden ranks. Do you know anything about that?
Corruption? What sort of corruption?
Corypheus. He's been known to influence the minds of wardens.
That could very well explain why so many have disappeared.
Yeah, we need to find them. How's your state of mind? All but you. Yeah, I think Aenor would be extremely worried about Blackwall.
Are you feeling all right? No voices or anything?
If I start hearing things, I promise you'll be the first to know.
Okay, I think Aenor will be like, oh my god, that's a relief, but me, the player, if I start hearing things, yeah, let's ask about Corypheus. Does Blackwall know anything about him?
How much do you know about Corypheus?
Not much. I always thought the stories of Magisters corrupting the Golden City were just that. Stories. I didn't expect them to be true, and I certainly didn't expect to find one of them still alive.
Don't the Grey Wardens know everything about Darkspawn?
You don't have to know how a Darkspawn came to be in order to kill it. We're soldiers, not historians. And the world would be better off if people focused on defeating evil rather than explaining how it came to be.
I think Aenor would disagree with that, because here's the thing, if you defeat the evil but then you don't know how it arose, then what if it arises again? Like, what if it keeps coming back and back and back and you can never figure out how to stop it, and then, oh, like, someone did stop it but we don't know what was so special about them. Like, you're screwed. You're completely screwed at that point. Yes, I may or may not be talking about the first archdemon. Who knows? Oh. I think... How do I put this? I don't think Aenor would be super concerned by Blackwall's lack of knowledge. The Grey Wardens are a very secretive order, and even within their own ranks, information does seem to be on a need-to-know basis. So if Warden Blackwall never was going to go near Corypheus, why would they tell him about him? Like, that makes sense. I've mentioned before, Grey Wardens are kind of... They are Aenor's blind spot. There we go. You know, she likes to give them the benefit of the doubt because she does view them as heroes.
Corypheus stopped being human a long time ago. Darkspawn don't have human lifespans, do they?
No, I suppose they don't. They're unnatural and sustained by evil. It's been thousands of years. You'd think the Wardens would have managed to kill the first Darkspawn by now.
You really would have.
Do you know if there are more Darkspawn like Corypheus?
I don't know. I'm not sure any Warden knows.
Artin does. Artin made a deal with one in Awakening.
Let's discuss something else.
Okay, tell me about the Wardens.
Let's talk about the Grey Wardens. You must know a lot about them.
Ah, the Wardens. I'm afraid we're less exciting than we seem.
There's the question. How do you kill an archdemon? I think Aenor would be curious about this. She's so intrigued by what happened at the Fifth Blight, you know. And it does seem to be such a closely guarded secret. Like, I think she'd want to know.
How do the Wardens deal with archdemons?
Short answer. Stick it with swords until it stops moving.
I suppose you'd know it can't be that simple. Fine. Keep your secrets. Again, this is going to be hostile, so I'm disinclined to go with it. I think maybe this is the first time Aenor kind of thinks, wait, what? There have been a lot of weird things going on with Blackwall. You know, there was the letter we found up in the tower. He's been really cagey. When we asked him, like, oh, tell me about the Grey Wardens, you must know a lot about them, he was like, the Wardens. But we're really not as exciting as you'd think. Like, he says things in such a weird tone, and again, if I start hearing things, I'll let you know. Individually, they're things that Aenor can kind of be like, oh, I'm sure there's a logical answer, but like all put together, it's kind of weird. And, you know, he's saying, oh, how to kill an archdemon, you just stick it with swords. But I think Aenor would be like, hang on a minute, but in all of the stories, it's always a Grey Warden sword. Like, if anyone could kill it, like, that doesn't make any sense.
Wardens are in all the stories. If it was that easy, anyone could do it.
No, it really is that simple. Just because the archdemon is magic doesn't mean it can't be killed with swords. It just has to be a Grey Warden sword. Look, it's not the killing blow that's the problem. It's getting the dragon to the point where it's vulnerable, where it actually can be killed. There's no short answer for that, I'm afraid.
And he came up with a pretty decent explanation, and oh, there goes my timer, excuse you. And here's the thing, Aenor doesn't know any better. We, the players, you know, if you've played Dragon Age Origins, then you know the reason why only a Grey Warden can kill an archdemon is because an archdemon's soul will migrate to the nearest tainted being. And, you know, if a regular person kills it, like a guard or whatever, or a farmer with a well-placed pitchfork, then the soul will go to the nearest darkspawn, and that darkspawn will turn into the archdemon. However, if a Grey Warden kills it, because Grey Wardens are tainted, the soul will try to go into the Grey Warden, and because a Grey Warden isn't a soulless husk, basically that reaction kills the soul, but it also kills the Grey Warden. We as players know this. So why doesn't Blackwall? Of course, Aenor isn't thinking any of this. Aenor's just thinking, okay, if he wants to keep it a secret, then, like, okay, sure thing. Or maybe it is really that simple. It's that it has to be a Grey Warden sword. Okay, that's kind of weird, but, like,
Let's continue this at another time.
As you wish. I'll be here if you need me.
Like I said, Aenor likes to give him the benefit of the doubt, but I do think she's like, there are some weird things here. There are certain things that aren't adding up. Hey, Thran. Oh, okay, so yes, my timer did go off, so we're going to read some codex entries. Oh, characters, hello. It was Cullen, yes. Oh, okay, it just added in the letter. And I believe we've already read this. Yeah, okay. So back to creatures. We're almost at the bottom. Okay, cool. Spellbinder. I confess myself troubled by the rise in mages binding multiple spirits to a single object. Among the Mortalitazi, interacting with spirits is a serious, even intimate undertaking. These spellbinders, as they call themselves, bind many simple spirits, usually to books or other easily compartmentalized objects set with runes, and they have stripped the interaction with spirits of its importance, reducing it to a mere mechanical exercise. That such magic is useful to the spellbinder, I do not argue, although the power contained in these objects is difficult to focus. The diffused magic can easily distribute energy across a broad area, augmenting the mage's allies. The spellbinders insist that no individual spirit is capable of breaking their bindings, and that the spirits cannot cooperate well enough to effect an escape together. Furthermore, they maintain that because the bindings are all tied to the spellbinder personally, that there is no risk of these enchanted books falling into the wrong hands. Still, the books are in their hands, and I am concerned. Although the practice has spread across most of Thedas by now, it seems to have originated in Tevinter. These mages bind spirits and demons too readily, and it is not natural for spirits to remain in this world for any great length of time. Our Maker placed the veil between our world and the Fade for a reason, after all. Who are we to second-guess his wishes? Perhaps I have grown more reverent in my old age. An excerpt from Life Among the Dead by Enchanter Rodamonte van Heigel, senior member of the Mortalitazi. Terra, excuse me. This is weird. If I can find the codex entry for Terras, I will insert that here. Terra. We could hear their screams from miles away, out in the darkness where we couldn't see anything. Once, back when I worked on my uncle's farmhold in the Banner, there was a calf that fell into a gulch and broke its leg. I should have run for help, but I thought I could drag it back to safety on my own. I wasn't strong enough, however, and each time I tried to pull its leg, the calf's screaming haunts me to this day, and that's what I heard out there. Like that calf was coming for me, come to rip off my leg ever so slowly so I knew what it felt like. But we all heard something different, you see. One of the others said he'd run into Darkspawn at Ostagar, and the scream he heard was from something called a shriek. Another said it was a dragon roar, just like the beast that burned his family. That's when I knew that what was out there was a demon. Something that wasn't just looking to make us afraid. It wanted us gibbering in terror. It wanted us running for our lives. And we did. I couldn't rightly tell you what it looked like. There was something in the shadows, and even though we were ready when it let out that howl, I turned and ran. I couldn't even control myself. My bowels turned into water. I dropped my sword, and I took off. It was only later when I realised I was separated from the others, and that there were more of those demons out there, hungry for more of my panicked tears. From a report given by Haren, soldier of the Ferelden army, 915 Dragon. Snuffleur picked up someone new, called himself Marchand, and offered 3 Orlais royals to travel alongside to Celestine. Betting both knees he saw the bows and thought we'd be protection. Didn't think we might turn the weapons on him ourselves. Maker's grapes. By the time we hit Lydes, I wanted to. Little shit couldn't stop bragging about how he was going to be a tutor for some High Lord's son. Everything out of his mouth was, "Milord silk knickers this and Milord silk knickers that." Showed us a little painting of Milord silk knickers and his lady. Milord I wanted to punch, but the rump on milady, I'd like to tutor that. And then, going through the dales, we see one of those long-nosed pigs with the stump legs. It's just crossing the highway, dragging its stupid belly along the ground as they do. Bless the Maker and all, but he was deep in his holy golden cups the day he made that thing. Anyway, I turn to Lockie and I say, "Hey, it's one of them snufflers." Marchand starts in with his giggle. Lockie and me, we look at him. "Snuffleur," he says, like he just caught me naked with his lady mother. "No, tu dois..." Oh God, I don't. Why is it in French? "Tu dois dire snuffleur, because snuffleur just isn't fancy enough for Orlais." So I say it like he does. Snuffleur. Can't keep a straight face. Marchand goes red like a virgin with skirts blown up. And good old Lockie, he just shoots the thing with an arrow while it's snuffling its way across the road. "Now it's dead, and we call it dead," he says. That was that. From the hunting log of Kerr of West Hill, dated 17th of Solace. Alrighty then, and I am just about out of time for this episode. In the next one, more companion talks. I think I might have another chat with Blackwall. We didn't really talk much to him. But until then, please remember to like if you enjoyed, leave a comment below, and if you wanted to subscribe, it would be very much appreciated. I've been Callista. Thanks for watching, and see you in the next episode.